Hi, I'm Michael Robards, and welcome to my channel. This is my very first official video after my intro, and I'll be following Ali's suggestions of making the 4 videos to begin my channel. This one will be my 3 favorites, and today we're going to be talking about my 3 favorite TV shows of 2025. Just a little house cleaning, but to begin with, I am filming this without a script. I am filming this without any real preparation. I do know my three favorite movies. I'm just gonna wing it, and I'm gonna maybe try to include some artwork with some editing, but no promises because the first 10 videos are really just to put them out there. I'm not really working too much on quality. I'm just really getting them out there. So here we go. Oh, also one more thing. I'm filming this on my MacBook Pro, which is a 2021 13-inch with M1 chip, and I'm using my iPhone 15 Pro as the camera. Okay, so first one, my first movie of my top 3, not in order, this is going to be how they were released in 2024, is going to be Baby Reindeer. This is a Netflix show about a comedian. I believe he's Scottish, in London or Scotland. I can't remember. But anyway, so he's struggling comedian. He's working as a bartender, and then this woman comes into the bar. Her name is Martha, and he feels sorry for her. She has some kind of sob story, and so he buys her a tea, and he's the bartender, so it's, just gives her a tea on the house, and that sets it up into one crazy story. Now, supposedly this was based on real events that happened to the guy. The star of the show was actually the creator of the show. He wrote it. I don't think he directed it, but he stars in the show, and I really have to say that it's probably not exactly about what happened. I'm sure he did a lot of artistic licensing in there. And but it is wacko. It is a crazy, 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 crazy story. I mean, there's bisexuality, there's a trans character in there, there's rape, there's just, it's just insane. It's just, each episode is even more insane than before, and the ending is just insane. So, I highly recommend it. One thing that was interesting was that I remember before I saw the show, I had heard on the news that a bunch of internet sleuths were trying to find the actual people they're involved with, like the trans girlfriend, Martha, and another character, I believe, and the guy who did the show, Baby Reindeer, I can't remember his name, Danny something, I don't know, whatever, look it up. Encouraged, like, went online and was like, please stop trying to find these people, blah 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 blah. And so I don't know if Internet Sleuths ever did or whatever. I just thought that was kind of crazy and very intriguing. And that was like, maybe we should check out Baby Reindeer. And when my wife and I watched it, we really were just blown away. It's very, very disturbing, but incredibly engrossing and entertaining. And just, it'll blow your freaking mind. Highly recommend it. Baby Reindeer on Netflix. All right, number 2 is going to be Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist. This is a Peacock show, and this is it was an almost entirely black cast. It had the cast. We had Kevin Hart. We had Chelsea. We had Samuel L. Jackson. You had the dude who was in the pimp thing. I can't remember. Anyway, so again, remember, this video is definitely not a lot of prep, so just kind of rolling with it. I'll work on quality later, but super good show. It was supposedly took place in the 70s here in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta right now. I didn't live in a suburb of Atlanta, but I'm still in Atlanta. And so we had that going for it. It was very entertaining. It was like true crime. Oh yeah. Also, this is also another story that was based on a true story. It was actually based on a podcast that they made into a TV show. Kevin Hart, I believe, was one of the main drivers of this. And let's see. So it was a podcast based on a true story that happened. Muhammad Ali. It's about a Muhammad Ali fight, and Kevin Hart's character wants to throw a party for a bunch of gangsters that are coming down for the fight, and craziness happens. It's super good. I remember I heard a review on NPR that said there was a little bit of blaxploitation going on there. I'm not a big knowledgeable about blaxploitation films, but it was super entertaining. I mean, the cast did a great job. It was well written. It was well paced. Kevin Hart is fabulous. I'm a huge fan. Samuel L. Jackson also did a great part. Don Cheadle, that was like, also a big fan. He had a great part. Tashia, I can't remember the black actress. She also did great. I mean, they did the whole show. Even the lesser characters did a great job. It was absolutely a great movie. Probably a little bit biased because it was filmed here in Atlanta and about Atlanta. So although I'm not a native Atlanta, I've been here for a little while. So that just made me enjoy it even more. Totally good, great ending. All good stuff. So highly recommend Fight Night: The $1 Million Heist on Peacock. Alrighty, and for number 3 is Say Nothing on Hulu. This is a series that just came out, all about the Irish Republican Army back in the 70s and 80s. And I didn't actually know a lot about the IRA, other than I always thought that they were terrorists, right? Bombing stuff in London and Ireland and stuff. I don't have a whole lot of history about the conflict between Northern Ireland and the British, really between Northern Ireland and the British, or Ireland and the British. See, I'm not even positive sure. All I know is that the IRA was fighting for a unified Ireland, right? That's really the main thing that we got to go here. And the IRA, they felt like they were at war. They were definitely more of an insurgency than really a terrorist group, although they did practice many terrorist activities. I mean, the civilians getting killed, oh well, I mean, people fighting in civilian clothes, yeah, bombs. I mean, it was pretty awful. But what was great about this show, and this show is based on a book called Say Nothing, or a series, I'm not sure. But anyway, super good, written by an Irish guy, obviously. So, I mean, the cast was awesome. The writing was awesome. Again, a period piece. Super good. Really, I mean, the way they made the characters so compelling. It's just like, I mean, they're doing very bad things. They're murdering civilians, right? They're murdering British. I mean, there's a lot of killing. They feel like they're at war, and they feel like they're soldiers fighting for a united Ireland. But the characters are so compelling, and like you feel for them, and you like I like the entire time I was fighting myself, thinking like, these people are doing very bad things, but I mean, like the intention seems to be genuine, or I mean, I don't know if it's a good thing that what they're doing, but they're so driven to their cause, and it's not a bad cause, right? United Ireland. And let's face it, the British did some pretty awful things. I mean, I don't know the whole history of Bloody Sunday, other than I knew it was a U2 song, but which it was a very good U2 song, by the way. And I know it's bad. I'm not a history buff, so I'm like, this kind of stuff I just learned indirectly. But let's just say that what the British did was really bad. Does that justify what they're doing here? I mean, it's just, but it didn't focus. Really, the point was not so much on why the IRA was doing this stuff. It was really just seriously about the effect that it had on the main characters. And I mean, it was just super good. And that was really based a lot more on historical events, of real historical events that happened, rather than on maybe like an interpretation or artistic license kind of a thing. One thing that I will reveal that's not a spoiler is that, and I believe the book was based on this. Throughout the entire show, there's this Irish guy who's taping interviews of IRA members as they're older, talking about what they did when they were younger, right, in the 70s and early 80s, and so all of it is I mean, it's super good show. We always have a few shows on the queue that we try to flip around, and Hulu released either I came in later, they released them all at once. I can't remember. I think they released all at once, and I was like, that was the show that I would wanted to watch like every night. I mean, we cruised through that like easily, like within a week, and I mean, like I can't recommend it. Highly recommend it all. In fact, I would say that Baby Reindeer was the most craziest show, but so disturbing, and so many things were so disturbing that I can't give that my number one ranking. But Say Nothing definitely comes as my number one ranking. probably the best show that I've seen all year. And also I did watch Shogun. And if you notice, it did not make this list because honestly, I couldn't finish Shogun because although it's a great show, it's a little bit dense. Okay. And I really don't know the history of samurai Japan well enough to know how this is going to go. So anyway, Say Nothing, highly, highly recommended. Probably, arguably my number one best TV show series that I watched this year. All right, so to recap, my three favorite series, television series of 2024 are, in order of best to worst, would be Say Nothing, Baby Reindeer, and Fight Night: The $1 Million Heist. All right, well, thank you very much for making it all the way to the end of this. I appreciate your time and attention. More videos will be coming. I'm going, like I said, I'm going to follow Ali's 4 suggestions. I'm not sure what my next one's going to be. But there will definitely be 4 this month. And we'll also have some crafting fun videos with Carmen. We're going to go to some thrift stores. We're going to maybe go to some estate sales and film that. Maybe some yard sales and film that. We're going to do some filming of our booth. So lots of content coming our way on my personal channel, Mike Robards' channel, and also on Carmen's Corner over there. It's a lot of fun stuff. I'm looking forward to learning a bunch of stuff on PTYA. And watching a lot of videos and learning a bunch of stuff. Great. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good day.